This is the results of the first day. We put this bale in at an angle, and the back, it was leaning back towards this side over here. We do still have some waste. It's definitely better than we've had before with the other rings. That's not a lot of waste here. It's pretty light. Totally. This was mostly from us yesterday right in this area. So yeah, looking pretty good. As you can see, as they ate and it dropped down, it all went within the ring. And so that's probably, once it got down in the ring, is where we started getting the waste. But it definitely made a difference in how they ate the bale, because they cleaned the bale completely up, where that bottom part of the bale usually gets caught in the ring down below with this loose hay around it, and we usually have to get in to fluff it up. So far I'm pretty impressed. For our test for day 2, we are putting the bale in this direction. We did notice where we had the one at an angle yesterday, the angle that it was leaning towards is where they pulled most of the hay towards them, and it filled up the bottom. Once it filled up the bottom, because of the way they were pulling, you went back into your traditional waste of them pulling straight out. But as you can see, when it's up in the air, they pull down, and so any loose drops right below them, instead of them pulling out and it coming over the edge of the ring and wasting. Because on this side, where it didn't fill up at the bottom so much, we barely had any waste, because most of that was from us pulling the wrapper off yesterday on this side. Overall though, it still wasn't very much waste. So we're going to test it this direction today, and I'll let you know the results tomorrow. We decided to go ahead and run a second test on day 2, and we're going to put the hay bale in the opposite direction of what we just did. We think it may be a good way to do it, except for the fact that we feel like the core is probably going to fall to the center if we place it that way, but we are going to give it a try. On this test today, we placed the hay bale straight down into the hay ring. I think this is going to work really good as far as waste goes, because they'll not dropping as much this way. We're just concerned what's going to happen to the core when it comes down the middle. And the calves have already come over and started eating. They do tend to hang around these feeders better than they did the other ones. I think it's nice that they each kind of have their own little slot to put their heads in, because they're not pushing on each other like they do around the normal ones to get in and out. Once they each get in a slot, they just kind of stay there and don't bother the cow next to them too much.